What I strive to do in my climbing is establish new routes. They take a lot of time and effort, but it's mostly the adventure that keeps me motivated. And when everything aligns perfectly, it's a beautiful thing. I climb all over the U.S. and I've climbed in Alaska, in the Himalaya, and I'm trying to constantly push myself in this sport. So I've climbed all over the world, but I keep on coming back to Michigan because the climbing's world class and there's just nowhere else you can climb over open water like this. The lake views, it's pretty incredible. I grew up in Metro Detroit, and I left thinking I was gonna find all this rad stuff, and I did, but then I started hearing trickles of stuff coming from Michigan between kayaking and ice climbing, and I saw all these pictures, and I just did everything I could to get back.
We're situated on the south shore of Lake Superior, which is an amazing body of water. And you have these sandstone cliffs that rise 200 feet out of Lake Superior. And we have a lot of rain in the fall, we have snow in the winter, we have these cold temperatures, and it's the perfect ice-making machine. And so when you talk to these professionals who really have climbed all over the world, it's such a unique experience for them to go out into the backcountry, have 20-foot waves crashing at their feet as they're climbing out of the lake. And they come back and they say they cannot believe that this is Michigan. It's not one of those things that you walk into a store, buy all the gear, and go out. It would be quite dangerous to do that. The Michigan Ice Festival is an opportunity for people to try the sport of ice climbing. There's a lot of ice festivals all over the country. Ours is unique in that we have a lot of first-time climbers, and we're very excited about that. You have somebody that's never ice climbed before, they come in, we give them everything they need, we set them up with the Michael Jordans, the Steph Currys, and the LeBron James of our industry. They go out and climb with them. It's kind of a really winning formula for getting people excited about the sport, giving them that ice climbing experience.
It's great. I love when people are brand new to it. It's awesome.
This is my second time ice climbing ever. It was a little bit easier in some ways, but totally more scary, like just way scarier.
I mean, there's nothing better than like seeing people, kind of move through like the levels of understanding and then, really gain a skill set that allows them to move up on ice and feel comfortable. I think there's a healthy fear a lot of times.
I kind of went halfway up the first time and came back down, and the second time I'm like, all right, I can do this now.
They keep thinking that they can't do it, and they even start saying they can't do it, and then all of a sudden you help them kind of coach through that. It's pretty exciting to see somebody get to the top.
It helps to have people around you cheering you on, so having the crowd here for that was great.
Like, that's the highlight for me.
Munising is a small community. We all get together afterwards and socialize, and I think that's a very important part of our ice climbing festival. That person that comes up for the first year, we see them the next year. This is a family reunion. The great thing about our area is there's so much ice, and there's so much ice still to climb, and so folks like Angela come to the area and they're able to climb some of these plumb lines that are still out there.
I had been offshore looking at climbs by boat, but I didn't know if we were going to be able to locate them on top of the rim. So it was a challenge to push back through the woods and try to find where I saw the climb offshore. Look how big it is onto the good stuff.
Top of that ice, the blob where it's like...
Yeah, I'll go for it.
I think so, because it's coming down from the back.
Yeah.
It's big enough.
I started off and I was like, oh, it's a little thin, but it's good. And then I got a few sticks and I was like, this is awesome. And then I got up higher and I was like, everything's breaking. I was like, oh, at least I got good screws. And then at the top, it was kind of wild pulling the lip, but you know, it was home free. The roller coaster of emotions. Yay! We bagged a first Ascent today. This is pretty exciting. This is my first one this season. This is great. Got fully like challenged and it's just so neat, and the environment's totally different than any place you'll climb on Earth. Like, I can give you a guarantee on that.
Pretty fun.
I'm so happy. Now that I'm the first one to climb that route, I get to name it. No. I have to think about it. These things are not to be rushed. I need to drink some whiskey and let it mull in my brain, and then I will put a name on it.